Ooh, scary. Scary. Anyway, I only showed that for dramatic effect. Let's see here. Let's get rid of this crap. Let's talk about Corona. Let's do that. Corona, for all intents purposes, is a... I'm sorry about that. I'm getting notifications for things. For all intents purposes, is a hoax. I don't want to say hoax. People get mad about the word hoax. But I'm going to break down how hoaxes can work. I really want to explain myself here. Coronavirus. What do I want to lead with? Okay. Let's understand the coronavirus. How about that? We're going to understand the coronavirus. And we're going to, since you don't know anything, I don't know anything, we don't know anything, we're going to understand it. We're going to understand it. Here we go. Fix that. We're going to understand it. We're going to understand it the way that the media has told us to understand it. So we're going to go through the media. Here we go. The media quotes the CDC. If you go on the CDC website, cdc.gov, and you can really dig into where they start talking about masks. CDC, about masks. I'm reading it right now. You know what? I'm not going to spoil this for you. Let's read it together. A mask may not protect the wearer, but it may keep the wearer from spreading the virus to others. When it comes to diving into the truth about things, this is a skill I want to... If there's anything you get from this channel, I want to spread the skill of how to read documents. And the way you read every document is that every word, consider every word a law in itself. Like A, what is A? Whatever. Mask. What is mask? May. This is where I'm bringing this all up for. May. Because this is about your freedom and your personal behavior. What is your behavior dictated? How are they dictating your behavior? Well, when you read things like this is a law. They're liable to what they say. They are responsible for what they say. So when they say a mask may not protect the wearer, but it may keep the wearer from spreading the virus to others. May. What does may mean? Now there's other things on this. Yeah, I'm tired. Okay. There's other things. Droplets. When infected and cause sneezes. These droplets can. See, that's another thing. These are not definitive statements, ladies and gentlemen. They're not. Anyway, I'm done with this page. What I'm saying is that the CDC doesn't have a 100% black and white opinion. Not opinion, conclusion about any of the things that they're talking about. You have to consider every agency to be like a person that owns a business. Human beings do not want to be accountable for any of this stuff. So you have to consider yourself to be a human being that ultimately, even the CDC, even the WHO, all agencies always consider that there's someone that has to be accountable if they are wrong about what they're saying. And so when you read their statements, you have to understand, people have gotten really good at this, but this is the way it always is. They set themselves up so that they cannot be legally held to any of the things that they say. Okay, so imagine you're a board member, CEO, anybody at the top of the CDC. When you speak, you will say things like, "Oh, a mask may not protect the wearer." People understand this. You are trained to do this. This isn't something you've just learned in a week of school or anything like that. You get trained to do this stuff. So anyway, I was going to pull up the definition of may. You know what? I will do it right now. Here we go. May. Expressing possibility. That may be true. Expressing permission. Whatever. That one doesn't. I mean, it's still somewhat relevant. It's all relevant when you're getting into document speak. Anyway, may. So there you go. Once again, I remind you all, we're talking about trying to understand Corona the way they've told us to understand it. This is the media. I'm just trying to understand the way that they want me to understand. They're telling us all to be afraid, and they're saying all their rates are going up. I just want to understand. But I want to make sure that the people telling me are honest people. Okay? And so, alright, so the people telling us to be scared of Corona. 1 second. 1 second. I want to look into, that's what they say, that's what they're quoting, the CDC. The CDC who themselves, they're like, alright, well, we're not necessarily telling you people to wear masks. We're just heavily suggesting it. That's all you've ever been hearing, by the way. So here we go. We're going to keep going. 1 second. Here we go. This is the media, once again. MSNBC.
So the people, they're just not worried about it, Cal? Are they not worried about their own personal safety?
I haven't met anybody who is. I met some folks actually from Lake Geneva who lived in the area. They were staying a few miles outside of town where I were, and they said they're worried about it. They're worried about that second spike. They're worried about folks coming in from Chicago. But they'll quickly add at the same time, this is a place that relies on that business. I think people here want a little bit more funding when it comes to these programs so that they could stay closed. But again, I think people felt like the Supreme Court made the decision here in Wisconsin that it was time to open up. But you can see, here, just around. Nobody's wearing them. Nobody's, the cameraman. There you go, including the cameraman. Yeah. Katie?
Half your crew's not wearing them. Striking images. Cal Perry. Cal, thank you.
Wearing them. If you're just listening, there was a man who walked by and he filmed them. They were filming each other and he filmed them. And he's talking about people not wearing masks, and he filmed them, and he's like, yeah, half your crew's not wearing them. And there you go. Now, we can't see the cameraman not wearing the mask, but he didn't say that. He said that uncontested. The cameraman on film was, he gestured like, well, you got me. You got me. They don't believe it, guys. They don't believe it. They never did. Let's see here. You want another one? 1 second. You're going to love it. Then again, not as funny as that one. That one's pretty funny. Here we go. Let's take a look. Bing, bing, bong. Bing, bing, bong. There we go.
And I like your pink blazer, Caitlin.
Thank you. Can you just tell us
Here we go. You're
at the White House. Have there been any more
this
positive tests?
You're going to see a woman get up and from the center of the screen, and she's going to take her mask off. You don't need the audio for this. Anyway, here she is, right here. Watch. She's going to walk right past this guy. Look, boom, taking her mask off. Yeah, I don't need this crap now that it's over with. She thought the cameras were off. She walks past this person. She walks past everybody. An embarrassment. This is embarrassing. Anyway, so once again, I'm going over the media. This is the media. They told us to believe in this. They told us to feel scared and to protect ourselves. And they don't believe it. Let's see here. Did I cover that enough? Guys, I think I covered it enough. I hope you feel good. I hope everybody's feeling good. I hope everybody's happy. I want everyone to be happy. I don't want this to be a despair channel. I want everyone to be in a good mood. This is revealing. This is meant to put you into good mood. It's being revealed. What tricksters are up to. Things like that. Okay, so now that we've confirmed, the media is full of it. Let's get into the next step. The next stage, if you will. 1 second. Corona. Okay. So we're just going to consider the fact that they might be lying. Corona. What happens when you get infected? There are many types of coronaviruses. Some give you the common cold. The new coronavirus behind the 2019-2020 pandemic causes an illness called COVID-19. COVID-19. Alright, whatever. By the way, I'm a little bit late making this video, but understand this. When people talk about coronavirus and its effects on people, the symptoms and everything, they've covered so many different symptoms. Essentially, the lying people that talk to you, they've already been proven to lie, is what I'm saying. They've pretty much covered so many different symptoms that it should be obvious to you. Your senses should be telling you. They're telling you everything that human beings suffer from ever to make you afraid. Let's continue. How does coronavirus attack your body? A virus infects your body by entering healthy cells. Once again, I refer back to read everything like your life depends on it. Every single word. Just practice. And we're going to do it right now. A virus infects. What does that mean? You know what I mean? I'm only giving you examples. I'm not going to dive into everything. And entering your healthy cells. What are healthy cells? What does that mean? There, the invader makes copies of itself and multiplies throughout your body. The new coronavirus latches its spiky surface proteins to receptors on healthy cells, especially those in your lungs. Specifically, the viral proteins bust into cells through ACE2 receptors. You have to. What does that mean? What does that mean? By the way, I've done all this research. This isn't that video. I'm just doing this to inspire thought. Anyway, once inside, the coronavirus hijacks healthy cells and takes command, whatever that means, inside cells. Eventually, it kills some of the healthy cells. Alright, we're done. Not doing it anymore. Just doing that as a thought experiment. I want, what I mean is that don't just believe everything. Don't just take everyone at their word. Don't take me at my word. Look it up. It's fine. But what if they're lying? Most people have not seen the coronavirus. Most people have never seen it. This brings up another point. It's called compartmentalization. It's debatable whether or not nuclear bombs are even real. It is. Why is it debatable? Because of things like compartmentalization and the fact that you've never seen a nuclear bomb. I sound crazy, sure. That sounds like a crazy thing. Nuclear bombs are real. They have to be real. Possibly. I'm not saying I 100% believe nuclear bombs are real. All I'm saying is that the nuclear bomb is the only war developmental technology that has been developed and never used in our lifetime. That's all I'm saying. Out of all the dangerous and disgusting dictators and people that have lived in this world, you've never seen anyone get their hands and use a nuke. You all said Donald Trump would use one. He's never used one either. I don't think they're real, personally. But I'm not smug about it. If you think they're real, I don't think you're dumb. I just think you think they're real, and I don't. That said, I don't think they're real, And I've talked to people who've worked at high levels, and they're like, yeah, I've worked on these bombs. They're real. I've worked on them. Or I've seen them. I helped guard them. I was in the military, guys. I was in the military for 10 years. A little less than. But anyway, 10 years. We're going to round. And so I just know people. I know people. And so the whole, oh man, yeah, I've been around these bombs. I've seen them. I witnessed them. Blah blah. Have you seen one detonated? No, never. You've never seen one detonated. That's a problem. Compartmentalization is what I brought up. Compartmentalization, because I want to relate this back to Corona. The way you could work on a bomb and never know that the bomb actually works is you could have a security clearance. You could have gone through so many steps to get a security clearance to even have to work in my facility, working on these bombs, quote unquote bombs. I'm throwing my fingers up in the quotations here. You could have never seen the bomb actually go off. You could have you have only enough security clearance to walk into a room and have a glass window. Now, this is I'm just throwing this to you for you to consume it at whatever level you're thinking on right now. But just understand, I'm being dead serious. So let's say your clearance only allows you to walk into a room, you open a glass window, and a product goes in front of you. And all of your training and all of your clearance has told you that you need to pick up the product, lift it left and right, and make sure that this bolt is here. You can test the torque on these bolts, make sure they're up to spec, and then that you have to make sure that this thing is stamped and that the dates are proper on it and everything. And then you put it back in, you close the glass, and then you hit the button and it goes down the conveyor away from you. And then now 15 years later, you're talking to a person like me, and I'm like, I don't think nuclear bombs are real. And you're like, no, I worked on them. I know for a fact. Part of your mind is defending the fact that you don't really know, but you don't want to feel like all that time was wasted. The only thing that would shut me up is that if I'd seen one. Because there's multiple testimonies that say the bomb, all the videos testing of it being tested are staged or done on small props. A lot of things have been filmed into propaganda. You know what? I'm going to do a whole video on hoaxing and propagandas and technologies ahead of their times. I'll do that another time. Anyway, let me get back on topic. This Corona thing, though, compartmentalization. What I meant, I brought that all up because I'm talking about doctors, nurses, practitioners, the entire gambit. A lot of officials didn't even agree on what methods should be taken when the outbreak first began. When the outbreak, quotation fingers, began. And then when they decided to settle on a concept that we all should agree on, it's when you talk to doctors right now, you're essentially talking to someone who is in the field of health. It's their profession. You're talking to people who their vested interest is to be the subject matter expert on what's good and what's not good as far as life and death. But they don't know. No one knows because they can't cure it. There's no coronavirus cure. There's no coronavirus vaccine. I'm not going to get into vaccines. Anyway, there's no coronavirus, get out of jail free card. There's just this COVID. That's Corona. It is what it is. Confronting them with you don't know the exact science. That's an insult on their profession. That's the reason why they're defensive of it all. You have to understand that they've lumped in the deaths of COVID under a lot of different things. If you died because of diabetes, high blood pressure, if you died because of Alzheimer's, if you died because of all these different pre-existing conditions, it's already been leaked. It's already open. There's a lot of people being contributed to a corona death, even though they had a different condition, and no one mentions it. They're trying to get the numbers up. And these doctors, it's in their, they are being compartmentalized. They're not politicians. They're not actively reallocating these deaths as corona deaths. They're just doing their medical job. It's other people that are assigning this, that people that have an agenda. It has nothing to do with them. But the doctors have to save face, and they have to look you in the eyes, and they have to be like, don't you dare tell me that this is a hoax. I have to watch death, which is true. They have to watch death. Don't get mad at them. This is about being smarter than them. This is about being smarter than the system that's trying to scare you. I want to teach people to stop being scared. Okay. That said, one second. I want to show you the political agenda that can be used because of things like this. How about that? Does that sound like fun? You having fun? I hope you're having fun. I want you to have fun. I'm having fun. Boop. Here we go. Alright, watch this video.
Bro, you gotta wear a mask, bro.
Angry man. Fighting his way in. Said he couldn't enter without a mask.
Everybody got on masks, man. Everybody got on masks, man.
Oh, Florida has seen a rapid growth. Hold on a second. Let's do this again. Now, you know what? You can rewind it. Florida's seen a rapid growth in COVID. You have to understand. Okay, well, all right. Well, let's understand that. Let's please. You can look up political maps all you want. It's fine. There's none that are like absolutely current. 100%. They typically do these after the year is up. But here we go. This is one. Here we go. If election were held today, we win by leading in, here we go. Yep. I want you to pay attention to these states. Boom. Boom, boom. You know what? Whatever. Here's what I'll do. Instead of even saying that, we're gonna let this guy say it, because I'm not gonna lie. I've already seen this.
The big five that we're most worried about are Arizona, Alabama, Florida, South Carolina, and Texas.
Boom. That's what we're most worried about. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, crud. 1 second. Boom. Arizona. What do you say? Alabama, South Carolina, Florida, Texas. There we go. There you have it. 1 second. Have fun, people. If you're not having fun, then they're winning. Anyway. Second. I'll find the rest of this. Okay, here's my point. My point is that he just pointed out states that are red. Here we go. I'm sorry. I was pulling up more information. Okay, he's pointing out that other states that are red are boom, 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 boom. These states. What a coincidence. Trump was doing so great. But I want to be more specific. Once again, this is just a theory. As they work on these states, as they say that these states are the problem states, they didn't say not one blue state was the problem. When these blue states are known for much worse problems, I'll make another video about that. Just understand that it should make your senses light on fire. It should be making your brain say, what? Something's telling me not to start believing everything you say. I want to doubt what you're saying. I want to. That's what your senses should be doing. What is it about Texas that makes you think they should have a bigger case that needs to be talked about on the news more than California or New York? Come on. There are blue states that are obviously more populated and more liberal in their policies. Did you know that California has not even made it no longer illegal to have HIV and have sex with someone? It is no longer illegal to give somebody HIV without even telling them. So now you're allowed to be a murderer. They openly have to worry about people defecating in the streets. That state is less worrisome. Oh, and the homeless are murdered. I could go on and on about California for another time. That state is more worrisome than these 5 states, who just so happen to be red. And so we need to say that they have a problem with corona, which means that we're trying to make their states newsworthy, and that the government, that we should be coming in and dictating their ability to comply to their everyday behavior to something that no one can prove. That no one it should be right in front of your faces, folks. I'm just here and having a good time. All right, we're going to continue. Not much longer, don't you worry. 1 second. Wearing a mask at long periods of time is going to have a problem. Over time, you're going to probably... I'm waging money. You're going to see more problems because of this. Hypoxia. An absence of enough oxygen in the tissues to sustain bodily functions. Americans are going to experience this more. And watching the CDC and the way that they've verbalized their recommendations, I want you to pay close attention to who is telling you, who's putting a line in the sand. I want you to hold whoever does that accountable. When they tell you, I want you to put on a mask. Who? You? You. What's your name? Oh, my name's Paul Buckenfoot. Paul Buckenfoot? Do you want me to put on a mask? Who are you? I'll put on a mask, but I need you to tell me who you are, and I want you to tell me what your title is, because I want you, just in case, I want you to be responsible for what happens to me because of my mask. I'll tell you a quick story, actually. This is interesting. I went into a bank, and I don't wear a mask. Personally, I don't. I don't wear a mask wherever I go. My wife would tell you the same. I went into this bank. The guard told me he had a gun on his hip. And he's like, "Oh, sir, can you put on a mask?" And I was like, I'm sorry, I can't. And it's because of conditions like this. Woo, woo, woo. Hypoxia. And that's just an example. Medically, they can ask me what other reasons I have because of HIPAA, the Hippocratic Oath. I'll assume that you might be young watching this video and you don't know what that is. The Hippocratic Oath is an oath that everyone in the medical profession that's practicing medicine, they have to take it, and they do not, and because of it, they cannot disclose your personal information to anyone who's not authorized to get it. So someone on the street can't ask me when I say I have the, I can't wear a mask because of a medical reason. They can't be like, what medical reason? You have to prove it here right now. No, I just be like, no, HIPAA, man. Sorry, man. Got it. So I walk past this guy, and my point is that I walk in and I do business inside this bank. And inside the bank, I do this business and I walk out. And all I could think was, this is taken on such hysterical levels of craziness that inside of a bank, they want you to wear a mask. Do you people realize this? Inside of a bank, they want you to wear a mask. Inside of a bank, they want you to wear a mask. That used to be the exact thing, was the one thing that would get you thrown out of a bank. Everyone in America used to openly talk heavily about Muslims and the fact that Muslims should not be allowed into this country at the level that they are because they wear hijabs as a religious practice. And here we are making everyone, even atheists and everybody under the roof, you have to wear a mask to come in here. The only thing you want to see is my eyes? Then what's to stop me from whatever. I've said that, and you can think on that all you want. And if you think that this has no political affiliation, that's fine. It's defying all logic, people. It really is. And I just want you to understand that that's where we are. 1 second.
But joining me now is a governor who refused to give in to the left's demands and lockdown requests, Governor Kristi Noem of South Dakota. Governor, it's great to have you on tonight. You have been lambasted in the press for not stripping your residents of their basic freedoms and their right to work and go to school. But here we are about now 6 months into this pandemic, and South Dakota still has a death rate 11 times lower than New York's per 100,000 people. Amazing.
Yeah, we're doing very well, Laura, and that's really the story that needs to be told, is that I trusted my people. They trusted me.
National lockdowns. Watch.
Lockdowns work. Quarantine works. Isolation.
All right, no, they don't. Anyway, this actually played on accident, and I'm sorry, guys. But I was looking at this article, and we can dive into it, but now's not the time because this video has lasted long enough. Anyway, this whole video, the intention of this whole video was to just posit these ideas that I want you all to start thinking critically. Your senses are right there telling you. They really are. You don't have to keep just taking everything they tell you right now. I've been made fun of for this. The coronavirus is revealing. It's revealing a lot of things. It's revealing gender roles. It's revealing how much you know about your government. It's revealing how much you know about the law. It's revealing how much you know about your rights. It's revealing how much you know about your rights versus yourself and your employers. It's revealing how much you know about budgeting. It's revealing how much you know about survival. It's revealing everything. This is a very beautiful time to be alive, if you're willing to see it that way. If you're not a victim, If you're not a victim, you can see it. If you're a survivor, steadfast. Dig deep. Grow your food. Grow your family. Family's more important. It turns out that things are not that important. Your economy is being shaken. By the way, all these bailouts, all these reliefs, they can word it however they want. It's disgusting to me, really. To me, it's the same as when a pedophile tells a young child that whenever they're getting ready to have sex with them, they tell them how much they're helping them, or they're helping them with some type of whatever. I don't know how pedophiles think. My point is that there's a concept where pedophiles will reword something so that what they're doing is not necessarily what they're doing if you let them run their mouth and just say nonsense. It's the same. Like, oh, this pedophile wasn't raping, but they were relieving somebody of an emergency, blah, blah, blah. It's disgusting. These politicians will do the same thing. Oh, this is a COVID relief fund, and we have to save these people from the... See, you gotta understand that the thing is that... Stop. You're just rewording the fact that you're printing money, and our dollar is not worth anything. And most people that don't understand economics are all about it. Stop listening to these people. I know I've showed you some news clips. I don't listen to these people seriously. I don't want you to either. Stop listening to these people. Start focusing on your family. Start putting your money into things that matter. Not things that are shiny or anything. Things that literally have what they would call priceless values. Like plants that grow you food. Or animals that eat those plants. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Anyway, look, I'm tired of running my mouth. If you stuck it here this long, look, I don't know. I'm not a big YouTuber guy. I'm here for the thinkers out there. So do the whole like and share and subscribe, I guess. I don't know. Man, that feels gay, even saying that. Not that I have a problem with gays. Or do I? You don't know. Alright.